Okay, what we got, we're going to install a pair of the our model number CNT. These are a surface mount spacer. You can use 5 1/4 up to 6.5 inch speakers. I'm going to show you how they install. Basically, these are hollow back here. They're made for mounting to a flat surface. In some cases, you'll have to clearance the surface behind. But these 4 dimpled areas, actually there's 8. You'll mount a screw. You'll run a screw through the top into the surface, mounting surface. We're going to skip over to that in just a second and show you how that's done. Okay, what we have here is a older Chevy Blazer. The had a 6.5 right here in this hole. We're going to install the CNT speaker spacer. Something like this over this area, with the speaker facing up. Should be relatively easy install. Get that going right now. We haven't cut the holes yet. Thinking that on this particular instance it's going to be easier to mount them than cut the hole. Okay, we went ahead and drilled some pilot holes right here in the outermost points. We're going to install some 6.5s in here. So we're going to set these up. This is I believe probably a 3-inch drywall screw. This is all we're going to use to install these because the metal subsurface, the metal mounting surface in there. Believe it or not, that's it right this second. Okay, got this thing back where we want it now. What we're going to try to do is get sometimes it helps you run this in reverse. Run the screws in reverse, break through the carpet or the upholstery. Got it in reverse right now. Okay, get the idea. What we're going to do is mount the other 2 screws down there, come back and drill some holes. Okay, what we got, we went ahead and drilled a pilot hole in the center. Get this hole saw. This is a 5.5 inch hole saw, pretty good size. Pretty much pushing the limit as far as the hole size for the speaker goes on this. But the Alpine speakers we're using are pretty good size as far as the basket goes. So we're going to cut this hole real quick, just like this. And while it's mounting on here, you can refer to one of our other videos and about where we mounted to a bench just to cut the holes first. But we thought since this is such a heavy duty door in this particular case, might as well cut it here. It's just as sturdy as a workbench. So here we go with this. Okay, so we went in and cut the hole, had to remove these bottom screws, but we can stick them right back in there again or go through the grill mounting area. We wanted to use these in particular because of the fact that this is the biggest, basically the biggest type of speaker you can install in here with this 5.5 inch hole, so it pushes the limits as far as a mounting dimple. So it's not any big deal. You'll just go through the speaker grill into, or the speaker mounting lip, which is these. You can basically stick them on here, and you'll run your screw. Instead of using the dimples, all you'll have to do is you'll screw through here, drill pilot holes first, screw through here into the mounting surface, just like we did here with these screws. It's not always necessary, but in this case we had to, and we're trying to make this thing not necessarily look like the easiest thing on earth, but it is easy. And you mount your speaker in there, run your speakers. There's several holes. It's not necessary for the speaker grill won't utilize, of course, all these different holes. Every speaker has several mounting locations like this, so you can use these basically flush with the basket of the speaker. Run your screws through there, small screw, or run your drywall screw all the way through that into the mounting surface. Either way, this thing, even with 2 screws, you can. It's not going any place at all. The sucker is on there tight. And that's just with drywall screws, so you can pretty much pull it anywhere, and it's not going to go anywhere. You can kick these things; they're still thick. So anyway, get another little bit better look at that. Okay, here we are back with the mounting the speaker. We're going to drill some pilot holes. It's always good to go ahead and screw some drill some pilot holes in these things. And it's anything you're doing as far as speakers goes, you slip and you pop that surround. Yeah, you got an issue. So just repeat that procedure. Go back and mount the speaker. Okay, so there's the finished product. You got the speaker mounted on there. This is a little bit larger basket speaker. It's more closer to 6 5/8. So 5 1/4, 6 1/2. Either one will fit in there. But that's what it looks like when you're done. Nice, easy. It's a lightweight. It's solid. Automotive texture finish. Kind of matches these other parts definitely. It's an easy situation, easy to install these. Sometimes it looks a little bit intimidating as far as how they go in, but all of our speaker spacers are going to mount just like this, and some mount differently as far as the dimples go, but you don't even, those dimples are there just to help a little bit. You don't necessarily need those things. You can still go all the way through with a different type of screw, longer screw to go all the way through in your mounting surface or anything like that. It's not difficult to do. When you install a tweeter, so hypothetically, let's say you had a tweeter right here, you'd use the tweeter basket. Tweeters usually come with a basket or a piece of trim on the back. Let's say your tweeter had a basket in it. You install that basket and they'll have 1 or 2, maybe 3 screw holes in that basket. Just run that screw right through the tweeter basket into the mounting surface, so it will actually pull the plastic down, secure it in there. Not necessarily pull it down, but it'll secure the spacer in there, acting as a clamping device, acting as a mounting point for the pod. Our other, like the old X, that one's something that's easy to install for sure. You just run the tweeter basket, mount, cut your hole, mount the basket, run the screw through the basket into the mounting surface, and you're done. Click on our other 2 videos for the W69, the 6x9s, or if you're wanting to do this on a workbench and you don't have old school metal like this thing's made out of, you can always get the your door panel. Sometimes, a lot of times, they're going to be plastic nowadays, and you can use a threaded longer screw or use drywall screws like we just did and put what's called a speed nut on the back. Speed nut is the same type of little clip type nut that goes on the backside. You could actually use a speed nut on the inside of your door panel to hold those things in place. So basically, as far as mounting it to a more, say, a less rigid mounting surface, you can pretty much use whatever you think you can use. Machine screws with like a, say, a number 10 screw or something like that, machine screw, anything like that, or just like I said, speed nut and a drywall screw. That's what I always use, never have any problem. So appreciate it.